Let me go over to here. Oh my word. I see us on gizwiz.tv. So chat room, if you see me on GizWiz, oh, live on both. Oh my gosh. This is the fastest we've ever been. And there's no stopping us now, except I have to get the mouse back from the third monitor into this monitor so I can click this.
It's the Giz Fiz with the Giz Wiz. It's kind of like Cheese Whiz. It's the Giz Fiz. And now your host, mathematics writer and the Giz Wiz, Dick DeBartolo.
It is indeed Giz Fiz. Wait a minute, Giz Fiz. Where did I put that piece of paper? Oh my gosh. A 668. I cannot believe what I did with that. All right, so we're going to do, you know what it is? I was thinking, this desk is so messy. Let me go to this other camera so the theme stops. Okay, this desk is so messy. Let me just clean it up a bit. And I accidentally covered everything that I'm supposed to use on the show. So let me go find it again. Okay, you know what, chat room? I'm going to print it out again, and I cannot believe I did it. Did I move it over to here? Chat room, talk among yourselves. The Giz Wiz, the Giz Fiz. All right. Who says when you get old, you get a little confused about things? Yeah, I literally misplaced what I'm looking for, and I'm just going to reprint it again. Okay, we have to go to... oh, here it is. Giz Fiz. All right, it's show number 669. Okay, and now you'll hear the printer run, and Dennis will hand me the printed sheet here. Print and print. Okay. All right, while we're waiting, Magoo, is Magoo in chat? Magoo knows that Dennis loves giraffes. So about every 4 or 5 months, every single thing she can find about giraffes, she sends on to Dennis and I. And some of it is a little bizarre. For example, is this like a giraffe toilet? Oh, it's a giraffe on a toilet? Okay. Let's see what else we have here. I guess these are giraffe cookies. Actually, they look pretty neat, don't they? And we have one more here. Oh, look at this. Actually, this is quite amazing. Okay, giraffe bowl. I don't know if that giraffe in the back is part of the bowl. The handle. And then giraffe ceramics. You know, there must be a magazine called like Giraffe Monthly or something for her to find.
Thank you.
This Dennis says thank you. Okay. let's, all right. 669. So we're going to start with photos from George. George, thank you for sending these. George had a big problem with, I have Spectrum here, and he has Spectrum out there in California. Must be one big long cable. Anyway, his cable went out again yesterday. And he called, and it was one of those things where they were able to fix it just by rebooting something at the main terminal. So he was able to get the photos up and running. So let's go to photo number 1 from George Davis. Whoa, oh, this thing. Close your eyes, chat room. Close your eyes. Okay. Photo number 1, kid stretching out his bubble gum. Kid stretching out his bubble gum. All right, so we'll see what the chat room. Yeah, I'm wearing a hoodie. It's 31. Friday is spring. It is freaking. It's the worst winter we ever had. Oh, Lindy. Lindy is cat sitting in Pennsylvania. I dare you to increase the voltage. My hair can take it, says Dale. I'm going to call you El Dud. El Dorino Diesel. How many pieces to make a jump rope? Magoo, Martron. That's actually his really long tongue. Sticking it in your ear. This is how much gum I had to scrape from. Oh, my God. Pack says, this is how much gum I scraped from under my desk in class. Silly putty tastes terrible, Spaceman. Caesar, I'm going for the Guinness World Record for the longest gum. Giz 1 going to be, oh my God, oh, that's right. California's having a heat wave. Giz 1 said it's going to be 100 in LA on Friday. Dan, retainers, we don't need no stinking retainers. Lindy, that's excellent. Lindy says he's keeping his gum at arm's length. String along, Giz 1. Tombo, my arm is this long. Jamez, will pulling on this pull my loose tooth? And we'll end with Johnny, who says, they call me Stretch. Excellent. They call me Stretch. George said, for the boy stretching his gum, my caption is, I have 10 pieces of gum in my mouth right now, so this should be enough to make one huge bubble. Okay. Photo 2. Description is an old tree in our city. An old tree in our city. That is, I'm leaving it up for an extra couple of seconds here. That is one heck of a tree, okay? Old tree in our city. We're looking for captions for that. Boy, we lost a lot of trees in Riverside Park last week with that windstorm. That was really terrible. Careful, a car may come tumbling down from that tree. I started making a sculpture out of this, but I got bored. Oh, that's funny. A tree of wisdom. Family roots go deep. Either that's a good perspective or a huge tree. Undeveloped property in the Shire. I'm rooting for that tree, says Lindy. I think the building is older. Treehouse in the middle. This is known as the Green Giant. Moss to pay to protect the roots. Where are all the cookies and elves? Is that the Whomping Willow from Harry Potter? Getting to the root of the plumbing problem. I can go names now because they're slowing down. Tree in the middle, says Becky. Mr. Dave, big challenge for. Mr. Dave said, this is a big challenge for a tree hugger. Caesar says, obviously my family tree is diseased. Oh my gosh. And we'll end with, oh, they were flying and now they're stopping. One more. One more tree. Root me out, says Giz One. Root me out. George said, for the old tree in our city, my caption is, I figured out how old this tree is. Oh, he's making it into a question, chat room. Can you, George says, I know how old this tree is. Take a guess as to how old it is. I can tell you this. It's more than 100 years old. It's more than 100 years old. All right, 150. Dennis, you have a...
I'll say 200.
Dennis is in with 200. 1,000, says Giz One. What? How old is that tree? George, this is the first time George made a question out of a photo. 750, Eric. 242, Becky. Jamez, 220. Dale, 300. Let me look at the answer here. 137, 553 at 101. What was yours, Dennis?
150.
150.
I think it's much older than that. 500. Let me say 500.
You know what? It's according to this, George said this tree is 139 years old. 139 years old. But you know, it's in LA and they lie about their age. So, all right. 139 years old. So we'll go to photo 3. All right. It's the word success on what might be the world's biggest blackboard. The word success, because the person who wrote it, I assume this is photoshopped, is on a ladder and is only half his body is about the size of one of the letters. All right, success on a blackboard. And your caption is, Dale says, never look down. Climb the ladder for success. Apparently you, oh, that's very good. Caesar said, apparently you do need a ladder to reach success. Eric was climb the ladder for success. Another ladder to success from Tombo. Johnny said, making it to the top. You can spell, you can spell SUCC without UCCES. Okay. Who is that dude? A moment later, he fell and became a chalk outline on the floor, says Dan. Climb up the ladder, get a prize. Rick. Magoo, is that ladder leaning up against the right wall? Success comes in all sizes, declare. Lindy, there's no I in success. Wait till the ladder topples over, then talk to me about success, says Dale. Flying out, true if he gets down safely. Tang, it's a long way down. Let's hope he has success climbing down the ladder. Giz One, Becky, dare you take the next step? Marchand, told me this is the ladder to success, but it's just a wall. Pack says success is not slipping as you get to the top of the ladder. Chalking it up to success, says Hawks Post. That's good. James, that's a long way between rungs on that ladder. Oh, you're absolutely right. And with Caesar, I bet the ladder costs less than buying the education at an expensive college. George says, for success on the giant blackboard, my caption is, we're going to need a bigger eraser. We're going to need a bigger eraser. Okay. photo. You know what? This says Grandma taking a pie out of the oven. Grandma taking a pie out of the oven. All right. So let's see what the chat room
I have one.
thinks about that.
I have one.
Oh, Dennis has one.
Who's taking the picture?
Oh, that's very funny. Dennis's caption is, "Who's taking this picture?" He's right. They're in the oven. I knew there was something weird with that photo. The View Hansel and Gretel sauce, says Spaceman. That's very good. Looks like a deep dish pizza. I thought the same thing. It looks more like something to have for dinner and not a pie. Chicago deep dish pizza, says Dude. Becky, I think it's an upside down cake. Magoo smells delicious. Giz one, something other than George giving us desserts. Cameraman must get hazard pay, says Morgus. Smelling that, it didn't burn. Mamma mia, that's some lasagna. Is that an apple? Let me be the judge of that. That's one sturdy camera. The Joe Boy's last job. Wait, that's not Grandma. Who is that woman stealing my pie? Trick photo is actually a frozen pie letting off condensation as she's putting it in the oven. Or slowing down, I can do names. Caesar, Grandma looks happy now. When she takes it out with those cheap mitts, she'll be sorry. Rick says, we missed Pie Day the other day. It looks delicious. Dan says, did Marie Callender's career start this way? Oh, Marie Callender. Flying out, Alton Brown's taking the photo. And we'll end with Giz one, deliciously tasteful. Deliciously tasteful. Now, George says, for Grandma taking the pie out of the oven, my caption is, I'm taking a guess what kind of pie it is. It's an apple pie. Okay. Let's go to photo 5 of 6. The caption here is, airplane climbing out of a cloud. Airplane climbing out of a cloud. All right. All right, chat room. Go back to it for a second. Airplane climbing out of a cloud. You know, is it raining at the other end of that cloud? Okay. Cloud. That cloud is just over my house, nowhere else. Spring showers into the wild blue yonder. Racing the storm on cloud 9, says Lindy. Into the wild blue yonder was declared. Are they starting up fast now? Cloud success with seeding. The seeding works, says Johnny. Stephen said it looks like a storm is coming. Flying over the rain cloud, all clear. Magoo. Tombo getting away after seeding the clouds. Rick seeding the clouds starts a tornado. James, the storm is chasing the storm chaser. Bye-bye, Hiroshima. See you later, Dale. Brian, give us more power, Captain. We need to get out of here. That was Brian. Dude, sometimes you have to get in your B-2 and go to Iran. Faster that cloud is following us, Spaceman. Hawks Post just plain cloudy. And we'll end with Dan. Someone just escaped the cloud bank with the data files. Okay. George said, for the plane climbing out of a cloud, my caption is, it's a no-no to fly into a thunderstorm, so I'm avoiding it at all costs. All right, and our final 6 of 6. Many hot air balloons in flight. Wow, that is a lot of them. It's funny, now when you see this, you think Photoshop. Caption is many hot air balloons in the sky. All right. Oh, cotton candy factory exploded, says Martron. Let's hope there's not a storm coming. Oh, that okay, says Giz 1. Caesar, cue all the neighborhood dogs to bark. Typical day in Santa Fe. Dude, Magoo Balloon Festival is up and away. Balloons by the BU. Rick Bryan, look up. We'll be in a hot air balloon. Morgan said it's a nightmare for air traffic controllers. Quick, Jed, get my rifle. Those ducks are all over the place, says Johnny. Dan, your business really ballooned. Lindy, attack of the hot air balloons. Balloons by the hundred, says Rick. Cloning the hot air balloons, Tombo. Giz 1 up in the air. Up and away in my beautiful balloon, says Stephen. Pack, Albuquerque Balloon Festival. And we'll ending with one more chat room. 99 Luft balloons. And we'll throw in Brian. A kid let all the balloon strings go. All right. George said, for many hot air balloons, my caption is, it's going to be perfect day for us to fly. I'm just loving it. All right. And now we're going to do... Oh, wait. Oh, that sounds like Zelda. Oh, were you sleeping?
No.
Oh, did you watch the first part of the show?
Bonsoir, ma chère.
You did?
Bonsoir.
Wow. You taking French?
I'm trying to improve myself.
Oh, okay.
I was going to sign up for ballet lessons.
For a violin lesson?
Ballet lessons.
Oh, a ballet.
They told me I'd have to hang on to a bar. I told them I already knew how to do that.
Yeah, well, you know a lot about...
Waste my time.
Oh, okay. Well, Lindy's not here, but Lindy's in the chat room.
Hi, Lindy.
Oh, yes, Griselda, look at you have a fan club.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah. Oh, you love your fans?
Yes.
Pax says, where's your martini?
Bonsoir.
Oh,
I left it at the bar.
You left it... Griselda takes control of the show. If I get sick, Griselda could do the show.
Yep.
Well, you can come back anytime you want, Griselda.
Thank you. Merci.
Okay. Wow. You're really doing very well.
You should see my plie.
Oh, your plie. Wow. Okay. Okay. George said all the facts will be about railroads. Boy, you know what? You have to know a lot about trains to do some of these questions. There was one train. I don't know. You can take a shot if you want, chat room. There was an ore train in Australia that had 682 cars. How long was that train in miles? Unless you live near a railroad crossing, I think these are going to be hard to guess. An ore train in Australia left the station with 682 freight cars. How long was that train in miles? 3.7 miles, 4 miles, 6 miles, 4.5 miles. Chat room, these are pretty good answers. 4 miles. I should not have judged this difficulty. 5 miles. Chat room, you're very... Yeah, where is Gemma B? That's a trick question. They use meters. One more answer and I'll give you the... Oh my God, Becky! The freight train with 682 cars was 4.2 miles long. I'll ask the second part of this question. Has anybody watched the freight train start up? George said, explain to the chat room about freight train starting up, okay? When a freight train stops, all those couplers slam together, okay? And it kind of shortens the train. So when a train starts up again, every one of those couplers has to take up the slack. So when this train stopped with 682 cars, this is very hard to do. How long did it take it for the entire train to get moving? All right, you can just throw in a guess if you want. This train was 682 cars long when it started up. You know what? George said, "Wait, there's a third part to this question." I'm going to give you the answer to 2. It took 2 hours before the last car of that freight train started moving. All right. So this one might be easier. How many locomotives was on that train? How many locomotives was on the train that was pulling 682 ore cars, O-R-E cars? So those are heavy, probably hopper cars. How many locomotives did it take to pull a train that had 682 cars? 8 locomotives? Actually, 8 is a good guess. 10. Flying out says 2. No, 2. Definitely not 2. 8, 8, 8. 2 front, 2 mid. Wow, someone knows their freight trains. 20 locomotives. Let me see the answer here. Okay, it took 8 locomotives to pull that freight train. And you're right, very long freight trains often have engines in the middle and often have engines pushing at the end. And I get some train magazines, and it's a big problem in small communities that these 1 and 2 mile long freight trains, they take forever to pass, and people are trying to get to work or trying to get home. And so what's the workaround? They're trying to build overpasses, but that cost $1 billion. Anyway, this is easier. When was the first steam locomotive built? What year was the first steam locomotive built? I don't know, 1880? First steam locomotive. Oh, God, you guys are going earlier than me. 1868? 1887? Got a guess, Dennis? No, okay. Boy, chat room, I just looked at the answer. I'm surprised at this. All right, chat room, I don't think anybody went as early as these. The first steam locomotive was built in 1804. The first locomotive was built in 1804 in England. 1804. And I said, this is just a fact, no questions. London in 1863 had the first steam-powered underground railroad, but the passengers got smoked because it was in a tunnel. Wow.
It's a fact.
That's a fact. All right. We'll do a guess here if you really know your geography. The Orient Express Railroad goes from Paris to Istanbul. It's a trip of how many miles? The Orient Express Railroad goes from Paris to Istanbul, and it is how many miles? Dude said smoked Londoners aren't very tasty. Orient Express runs from Paris to Istanbul. All right. Wow, somebody, wait a minute. Do we have Googlers in chat? Jamez and 82449 have it at 2,200 miles. 2,200 miles. All right. Another interesting fact, George said, with no question. In 1867, the first railroad refrigerated car was built, made out of wood and packed full of ice. It was able to haul beef from Chicago to New York without it spoiling. That's reassuring. George says, good evening, everybody. I hope you're all healthy and happy. At least we're getting some good facts. We're learning something. I'll see you next time when we get together. Bye, George. Okay. I guess George is in the heat out there, too. Someone said it's going to be 100 there. Spring is Friday, and it's possible we're going to reach 60 in New York. 60 degrees in New York. All right, we're going to do logo and assorted stuff. Let's see where we are. Okay. Oh, easy. Chat room, who is this? The question is, who is this icon? Okay, who is this? How did they... who is this pop culture icon? The Michelin Man. What? Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Mr. Popcorn. What kind of popcorn does Orville Reichenbacher produce? It's printed right there on the label. What kind of popcorn does Orville Reichenbacher produce? It says so right on the label. It's a little tricky. Yellow? It's yellow. No, not microwave. The kind of popcorn, semi-edible, the popping variety, buttery. Ah, there goes some right answers. Oh, there you go. It is gourmet popcorn, not out of date. Gourmet popcorn. Oh. Orville Redenbacher has a trademark appearance with horn-rimmed glasses and what other fashion accessory? Orville has a trademark appearance, horn-rimmed glasses, and what other fashion accessory? Uh, yeah. Yes, indeed. I was wondering why in the picture of him they had blocked everything else on. To block out a feather boa, a bag full of toothpicks, a nose ring, Calvin Klein underwear, a cod piece. Chat room, oh my God. Oh, there's a Redenbacher product that's popcorn, glazed nuts, butter, and brown sugar, and it's called what? Redenbacher's blend of popcorn, glazed nuts, butter, and brown sugar is called, I don't know what it's called, but it sounds good to me.
Cracker Jacks.
What did you say?
It sounds like Cracker Jacks.
Crappin'?
It sounds like Cracker Jacks.
Oh, it sounds like Cracker Jacks. It does sound like Cracker Jacks. Diabetes, cardiac arrest in the bag, fattening, uh, caramel corn, poppycock, caramel corn, trail. Oh, that's very funny. Caesar said the same thing. Papa nut, dentist, next vacation variety, a sticky mess, Cracker Jacks. Everybody's in with sounds like Cracker Jacks, including Dennis. One person has it. One person has it. Redenbacher's blend of popcorn, glazed nuts, butter, and brown sugar is called poppycock. Poppycock. Very, yeah. I like Cracker Jacks, but it is tough on your teeth, I'll tell you. Mm, mm, mm. Jimi Hendrix was a paratrooper before becoming a rock star. Jimi Hendrix was a paratrooper before he became a rock star. Fact or crap? Oh, wow. Holy cow. Sharon, I think this is the most people going with fact. Well, okay. Well, it is indeed a fact. Jimi Hendrix was a paratrooper before becoming a rock star. Oh, what? I don't know. Under Jewish law, this just makes no sense whatsoever. Under Jewish law, you can't eat pork, but you can eat grasshoppers. What? What does one have to do with the other? Under Jewish law, you can't eat pork, but you can eat grasshoppers.
So funny.
Does that make any sense at all to anybody?
I guess it's true.
True,
Why wouldn't it
fact.
be? I mean, why would...
Sure, why not? Sounds like a fact.
But what if it's a question?
I mean, it's like, it's like saying you can't eat pork, but you can eat White Castle. Maybe that would make a little more sense, but not under Jewish law. You can't eat pork, but you can eat geraniums. Okay, it is indeed a fact.
Oh, doesn't make any sense though.
Yeah, Vicky says it's a fact, although they are, as far as I can see, they're totally unrelated to each other. What was this Orville? Let me get out my bin. Oh boy, the official. You have to see the carefully lettered. Chat room, I don't know how many more we're gonna need a bigger bin. All right. Boy, I don't know. Chat room, any big Harry Potter fans? Alan Rickman plays which character
Oh,
in the Harry Potter films? Alan Rickman plays which character in the Harry Potter films? Snape? Professor Snape? Oh my gosh, look at this. Wow. Although no one's putting down his first name. Anybody know his first name?
Bruce.
Because it's on this card. I mean, we'll accept Snape, but his first name was not Professor. Hermione, no. No one knows. Bob. Oh my gosh.
Severus.
Yes, Dan. Pack. Steve. Oh, chat room.
Severus.
Chat room, you guys are really. George is right. We do learn stuff on this show. Chat room, did I do this and forget to put it in the box from last week? Who loses a hand at the end of The Empire Strikes
No, you
Back?
didn't
I did?
do that. Or you didn't.
I didn't do it. Who loses a hand at the end of The Empire Strikes Back? I did this for Mad. The Empire Strikes Out. Who loses a hand at the end of The Empire Strikes Back? Wow, chat room, you know your movies. You know your movies. Yeah. All right. I'm going to do one more card and then I'm going to run a video because I want to go get a drink.
Drink?
I get a Coke. It's a piece from World News Now. I worked with so many now famous people. World News Now, the overnight news, was kind of the training ground for people to move on. So thanks to Mo, he took hundreds of tapes and digitized them. And I knew I was on a lot with, now I'm blacking out his name, David Muir, who does the network news on ABC. So David Muir did World News Now I think we worked together for a year. Anderson Cooper, I think Anderson Cooper did World News Now for a year and a half. Anyway, we'll do one more card, and then you'll see me and David Muir on World News Now. Danielle Steele once solved a real-world murder which inspired one of her best-selling books. Do you know that name?
Yeah, I know the name.
You do?
The book, though.
Danielle Steele once solved a real-world murder which inspired one of her best-selling books. Fact or crap? Danielle Steele.
It's very clever.
Unfake news. Danielle Steele once solved a real-world murder which inspired one of her best-selling books.
That was very philosophical.
Which one?
The World News Now is passed by already. It's very clever.
What did it say?
So World News Now is over so quickly because now is over so quickly.
Oh. It is indeed crap. The Carnegie Science Center's Titanic exhibit had to close temporarily in June 2008 because it was flooded. Fact or crap? The Carnegie Science Center's Titanic exhibit was temporarily closed in June 2008 because it was flooded. Oh, wow. Well, surprise. Okay, it is a fact. It is a fact. Where did we go?
I think it was in Florida, wasn't it?
Oh, I think it was in Florida. We went. Maybe it's still there. We went to a Titanic exhibit in Florida where you went out on a deck and it was like 20 degrees, and they had ice would slide down the deck. It was pretty amazing. Okay. I'm going to run out a little video while I have a drink here.
Following in the day ahead.
As the weather gets warmer, it's a good time to find out what floats your boat. Literally, there's usually a flood of boat shows around this time of year, and we knew just who to send to wade through some of the latest offerings. Besides being our gizmo guy, DeBartolo is also the East Coast editor of Powerboat magazine. In fact, he's been writing for 34 years for the magazine. He's owned 26 boats, never a car. And Dick is back on dry land this morning to talk to us a little more about what he found out there. Never a car.
Never a car. You don't have no alternate side of the river parking for boats.
Yeah, don't say that too loudly, though.
Oh, yeah, I know.
No ideas.
Hey, this is really neat. This is the Stay Alive life jacket, and a guy named Dan Williams, a retired Marine policeman, invented it. And what his theory is, when you need your life jacket during an emergency, you may not take everything else you need. They're all built in. So you have your flares, your line, you have your flashlight, there's a whistle up here, there are your flares, signal mirror, This is a great idea. And in the back, there's a pull-down distress flag.
And the water won't bother any of those
Well,
devices?
you know, all those things are made so that for emergencies, they're going to be waterproof because that's when you use them is during a sinking. Hopefully not. But so this is a great idea. The Stay Alive life jacket is about $200. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Miami and join Captain Dick at the boat show. You know, when is my luck going to change? I'm in Miami. I had to go to Las Vegas and play with electronics for 4 days. Then they send me to Toy Fair, play with toys for 3 days. Now in Miami, go on boats, ride boats. When am I going to get a decent assignment? Listen, I'm a professional. I'll deal with it. Hi, I'm on the Windsor 24-footer, and this is a head. Head is bathroom for landlubbers, shower, and a changing room. And it's a changing room for a special reason, which I'll show you. When I said changing room, that head compartment, it folds down and it becomes a sofa.
clever.
That's
I
really
totally
amazing.
forgot
This boat's a
this.
24-footer and it starts at about $35,000. The 24-foot Windsor craft we're on is powered by a brand new Johnson 200 horsepower 4-stroke engine. Are they quiet? That engine is running. They are amazing. They're also environmentally sound. The great thing about boating, you don't need a bucket of bucks to do it. This is really a nice looking boat. It's a bow rider, a lot of room for the family, 17 feet. It's under $11,000. It's done with Beck Construction. Pretty much a computer built your boat, so it's very strong. And that includes, by the way, the boat, the motor, and the trailer. And this boat runs about 45 miles an hour, so it's really fun for the family. Okay, so a 17-foot is not big enough for you? Well, how about this guy? This is a Carver 56. This sleeps 6 people, goes about 30 miles an hour, a little bit better, wide open, and it's $1,250,000. But you know what? I'm not going to get the microwave, make it a little more affordable. Hey, when you go to the boat show, look for the Discover Boating booth. They can answer your boating questions, help you buy a boat. Some shows even have a guy there to teach you to tie knots. This is a double granny Spike Marshall doodad thing. So if you have a boat, new or old, and you want to navigate, well, Furuno's kind of the leader in navigation equipment. They build a lot of stuff for Coast Guard boats. This is one of their Furuno chart plotter navigators. They make depth sounders, VHF radios. They make something called Nav Pilot. The Nav Pilot's neat. It uses something called adaptive technology, and what that means, the boat knows about tide and wind and current, so you set it for the Bahamas, the boat goes to the Bahamas, and I'm going with them. You know, I have 0 sales resistance, so, you know, I had to buy something, so it's true, I bought this. No, not this yacht. I bought this little mini E-Tech. I mean, we do work for ABC News.
Oh, and for World News Now, no less.
Yes, exactly.
So if you were to buy that yacht or any other boats at the boat show, you've got to look for this.
This is a good sticker to look for. It's the National Marine Manufactured sticker, and that means it meets all Coast Guard requirements, and they tested the fuel and the steering and the electrical. So look for that.
This fascinates me, this next
Okay,
thing
well,
here.
I'm going to show you something on my wrist first. This is from Garmin, and it's called the Fortrex. This is a GPS that you wear, and what you can do is it keep track of your speeds. We're not getting a signal here. It keeps saying, are you indoors? But what you can do is a little too small to do maps. But as you travel, you just keep hitting waypoint, waypoint. On your way back, you hit go to, and a compass comes up and give you your course back.
And that actually can be used for more than just boating.
Using for jogging, using for anything. That's from Garmin, and that's going to be about $180, the Fortrex 201.
I've done some diving, so this kind of interests me. You don't need the all the
No,
equipment.
this is neat. This is called surface dive, and what it is, instead of the tanks, this hooks up to the boat battery, and then this is an air compressor. It comes with your scuba mouthpiece. You just add goggles. You can go down about 25 feet. So if you're in clear water, you go down, look at the fish. Great for repairing the bottom of boats.
This is for a little extra power if you need it.
Yes, exactly. Into the cigarette lighter. It's from Xantrex, and you get 175 watts. And what I like about this, overload control, overload light, it'll shut down if your battery's getting too low where you may not be able to start your car.
And you brought your co-star here today.
Yeah, this is Fairway, and Fairway loves her life jacket. And what I wanted to say is there are life jackets for dogs, and what's great about them is, you know, if a dog falls into the water, they can't climb a ladder.
Absolutely, right.
So they have handles
handle.
on a handle.
Great
This is a
idea.
deluxe one, which even has a little reflective stripe.
Our Gizmo guy / Captain Dick. I don't know what
Okay,
to call
buddy.
you today.
Ahoy,
but,
matey.
That's right.
Okay.
Take me next time, would you?
Okay, you will.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go boating.
Thanks for joining us here
Okay.
this morning, and you're watching World News Now.
All right, that was great fun. I got to see Fairway. I totally forgot about that. All right, so we're going to do our stupid answer. Not stupid answer. You're going to write your snappy answer to a stupid question. Al Jaffe. Okay. Kids walking into a park with a kite. In the background, you see other kids flying kites. And the guy sees him walking in and says, "Are you going to fly a kite? Are you going to fly a kite?" Okay, and your snappy answer is no, I'm... All right. Are you going to fly a kite? Let's get the chat room. All right. Yeah, David Muir without a tan. No, this is my private jet. No, I'm trying to recreate Benjamin Franklin discovering electricity. Oh, my God. No, I'm escaping ice. No, I'm going to plug my radio into an electrical storm. No, I'm done for the day. No, I'm going to fly myself across the city, cheaper than taking an Uber. Oh, Becky, yes. Mo, thank you. Mo was great doing those. No, the kite's going to fly me. No, I'm checking for lightning in the vicinity. No, I'm tired of waiting for my flying car. I'm here to pick up the pieces of my crushed dreams. Oh, my God. This is like a therapy session here. No, I'm learning to fly away from you. Oh, that's good. No, I just stole it from that little kid. No, I'm Benjamin Franklin's assistant. No, this is my connecting flight. Oh, these are fun. Oh, that was Lindy. No, I'm walking my friend Kitty Kite. Declare Martron. No, I'm sending secret-coded messages in the sky. No, this is my cape. I'm Batman, says Brian. Dan, no, that's a piece of paper stuck to my shoe. I recently used the restroom nearby. No, I'll just be running along the beach. Not sure what the kite will be doing, says Stephen. Morgus, no, I don't have a pilot's license. And we'll end with, no, I'm fishing for birds, says Caesar. Okay, let's see what Jaffe put. Are you going to fly a kite? No, I'm going to plug my portable radio into an electrical storm. That's exactly what somebody put here. No, I wet a ball of twine, and this is the only way I could think to dry it. No, when I fly, I prefer airplanes. Oh, that's funny. Are you going to fly a kite? No, when I fly, I prefer flying an airplane. All right, chat room. We're going to do some... Oh, God, we did an hour already. We're going to do some match game stuff. All right. Okay. Dumbledore was so dumb.
How dumb was she?
She was so dumb, she thought Bordello was blank. Dumbledore was so dumb, she thought Bordello was blank. Okay. Oh, wow, lots of matches. Wine. And Dennis said, cheese. Spicy cheese. Got a match. What did Lindy say? Vicky, oh, I matched Vicky again. Good, that's great. You know what, I wonder if, hang hang on a second. Chat room, anybody in chat room use OBS? Anybody in chat use OBS? No. All right, anyway. Just before the show tonight, I was starting up OBS. You know, this is... Let me just take this for a minute. Can you clear the cable for this? So, chat, I gotta try something a little different here. Let me just see. All right, so chat room. This is neat and new from OBS. The volume controls used to be listed, and if you had several volume controls that you needed, they could be off the bottom of the screen. But now they've made them vertical, and it's easy to see them, and it's much easier to see the graph going up and down. So this is a big change, and if you're using OBS, that's what changed with the latest update. All right. Oh, I see when I go to the other camera, it stops the music. Okay. All right. Let me see. John said, I have a terrible blank. This is one of the earliest. Question 22,619. Played by Barbara Feldon and Don Adams. John said, I've got a terrible blank. Hang on, I'm not going to look yet. I've got a terrible... Let's see where we are. Look up. Oh, yes. Yeah, I got a terrible headache. Mother-in-law, child. I have love of money, cold. I got a terrible seat in the theater. Dennis, you said?
Nobody got mine.
What'd you say?
Feeling.
Dennis said feeling. I got a terrible feeling. Okay. Okay. John broke his leg while blanking. John broke his leg while blanking. Boy, this was a long time ago. John broke his leg while blanking. Oh, while standing there, while sleeping, skiing, sexting, twerking, cooking, driving, jogging, frying mushrooms? What? Getting out of bed, taking the trash out, trampolining, shaving, making whoopee. Dennis, skiing. Okay. Oh, wow. Tiny Tom had a tiny car. It was so tiny, he could park it in a blank. Boy, this is hard, actually. Tiny Tom had a tiny car. It was so tiny, he could park it in a blank. You know what, chat room? I wrote this. Tom had a tiny car. It was so tiny he could park it in a chat room. This is very hard. I will now look up. In a tin can, in a shoebox. Oh, a shoebox. I'm taking a match for cardboard box. Dennis, you said?
Matchbox.
Oh, Dennis said matchbox. Yeah, you got matchbox all over the place. Trader Joe's parking lot. Richie Rich's new limo was so big.
It's what? Limo?
Limo. Richie Rich's new limo was so big.
How big was it?
It was so big it even had a blank in the back. Richie Rich's new limo was so big it even had a blank in the back. Okay. Chat room, there's a fair chance of matching here. Let me look up. Oh, Bordello. Ranger Rick, did you mean hot tub? You said hot tube. A hotel room, a jacuzzi. Okay, jacuzzi, there you go. Hot tub, says Mad Frank. Dennis said.
This was Gazelda's.
Oh, Gazelda said it even has a bar in the back. Nobody said bar. That's weird. Holy cow. Okay. Crazy Charlie couldn't find a bowling ball, so he used a blank to bowl. Crazy Charlie couldn't find his bowling ball, so he used a blank to bowl. Oh, you know what? I think I have a funny answer. But I don't know if anybody will. Vicky, Vicky, chat room. Crazy Charlie couldn't find his bowling ball, so he used a blank to bowl. Oh! Hawks, or pack, basketball. A bowler, let's go, beach ball. Gives one also basketball. Dennis said?
Melon.
A melon. A melon's not a bad answer.
Watermelon.
A watermelon. We'll give you that. We'll give you that. Oh my gosh. You want to get Charlie? We're up to an hour and 10 minutes. On the airplane, Brenda said, no wonder my airfare was just $20. My seat doesn't have a blank. Brenda said, no wonder my airfare was only $20. My seat doesn't have a blank. I don't know, chat room. This is harder than, because I didn't pick the obvious answer, which is seatbelt. Oh, there you go. My seatbelt doesn't have a cushion or a seat. Doesn't have a back, a built-in toilet, and an ashtray, tray table, seatbelt, flotation device, a back, a seat number. I think Charlie was sound asleep. All right, chat room, let me see. I hear him. Let me get the RoboCam ready. Yeah. Here. You have his snacks?
Got snacks.
He got his snacks.
Charlie boy.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Oh, yep.
Charlie, hey, you want a snack?
Oh, what are they passing on snacks?
Here you go.
The waggy tail. Oh boy, Sir Wags a lot. Sir Wags a lot. Okay, so where I'll have to go back to the main the robo camera.
Charlie.
Charlie, crunchy. Oh, he loves those. Those are Charlie
Charlie bears.
Charlie Bears is the name of the
Charlie.
snack.
Charlie needs grooming.
Charlie does need a grooming. Let me get
Charlie, here, one more.
trying to zoom back.
One more.
Oh, you know, it's very funny. It's hard to zoom the camera back when the camera's facing away from the remote. That was good. That was good. All right, chat room. Let me just lower that. Okay. All right, so chat room. So tomorrow will be Giz Wiz. And then next week, Lindy, you joining us next week? Yay, Charlie. Lindy, are you back in town next week? Sir Wags occasionally. Lindy should be here live next week. Gizelda, you going to be here next week? Hang on a minute. Let me.
I'll be here.
What? Oh, what? Oh, I know what happened. The camera fell over.
Don't spoil my share.
Wow. So are you learning from records?
I've got a record, all right.
You what?
I have a record.
You have a record? Do you sing?
Occasionally, yes.
But you have no recordings on
No,
them.
no, not yet. No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm working on an album, though.
You're working on an album.
To duets with Streisand.
Oh,
Yes. We're buddies.
Wow. That's amazing. Is she in person? Is she a nice person?
She's a dream.
She's a dream. Okay.
A nightmare.
All right. Well, we'll look for you to be on the show next week too with Lindy.
Thank you. I love you.
Well, the same. You love your chat room. You love your chat people, right?
I love you.
Oh, wait a minute. Dan wants to know what your favorite mixed drink is.
Anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Okay.
I can't help
You what?
I can't help it. I
You-
love it.
Okay. All right. That's okay. You're a cheap date, basically.
Even I like fruit cocktail.
You even like a fruit. Okay. A fruit cocktail is very healthy. Very little alcohol in a fruit cocktail. All right, chat room. This has been regular old-fashioned Giz Fiz, totally unimproved. Mark Goodson, Bill Todman, Dick DeBartolo, Dennis Wonderland, Charlie the Dog, Lindy Dunn, Scooter X. I don't think we had a Jammer B this week, did we? Let's go to our credits here, and then we'll go to the chat room and let you know other people who help make the show happen. We'll play Charlie's theme, produced by So Wags a Lot. So don't blame the Giz Wiz and get me a treat. Magoo said, where's Gizelda's left eyebrow? Did it fall off? Freight car counter, Giz 1, J-Mez, horizontal and vertical control operator, Charlie stunt double, Morgus, Vicky, Charlie's fan club representative, flying out, Chat Bots boat dealer, Chad's boat dealer, Hawks Post Grasshopper Chef, Ranger Rick, bye from the Hot Pie Handler, Packers Chief Snack Wrangler, Extra Industrious Hanger Arounder, Dale Paco, Lindy is Gizelda's Drink Mixer, Mad Frank Train Dreamer, Giz Fiz Air Conditioning Controller, L.A. Eric, Declare Chief Bartender, Pre-Fizz Tequila Taster Dude, Ebinger 10, Charlie's Teleprompter Operator, Johnny Monday is the warm-up act, Spaceman is the Popcorn Popper, Caesar is Charlie's hairstylist, and we'll end with Dan, Ice Cube supplier for Gizelda's Mobile Bar. All right, chat room, we'll see you all tomorrow for Giz Wiz and next week for Giz Fiz. George Davis, thank you.